Michelle, Dylan, it's a pleasure to get to talk to you guys one more time to really wrap up the series. I know it's been bittersweet. Has Trevor made it kind of emotional talking about Squirrely Dan. Tell me, especially for you, Michelle, with Katie, how did you guys feel about reading about the possibility of your character just leaving Letterkenny and taking off and kind of exploring that for the last six episodes?
Yeah, I mean, reading the when we received the six episodes and reading them obviously in order, as you would, I was kind of like, is she actually going to go? Or are they all going to go their separate ways? I didn't know how he planned on ending it, and I think it's really cool that they all had a little bit of a exploration in themselves and pushing their limits and boundaries and kind of looking inward in a way that we haven't seen on Letterkenny before. That was really fun to play, and it was really fun for me to watch everybody's various journeys in the final season. I think for Katie, she's definitely curious about the outside world, and we've seen that a little bit, but it was nice to hear her put words to it and explore it. And I think that future Katie will continue to do that, but she'll also always honor her roots, and I think that that's really lovely as well.
Yeah, it's interesting to see, for so many seasons, you guys act a certain way with your characters because that's who you guys are in a small town. But then all of a sudden, so much change all of a sudden that could possibly happen. Dylan, for you and for Jonesy with Andrew, getting to explore maybe a little bit more of an emotional side of you guys that we're not used to seeing. How was that for you?
Yeah, I mean it was sad. It was hard. It was sad. I mean, I had made peace with myself of, potentially doing this show forever for being a live action Simpsons type show. I think if given the opportunity to keep making this show, I'm sure we all would have signed up for it. I think we just have so much fun offset that when it comes to the onset stuff, it's really hard to make a bad season when you have that much chemistry together. And the writing is so funny and the characters get along so well. Um, but to answer your question and to come full circle, it was a really cool, I think, arc for us to experience where we did become vulnerable and we did, wear our hearts on our sleeves. I think the motivation for Riley and Jonesy, which always was to treat Katie well in this world where the hockey players are known for being such scummy guys when it comes to relationships and how they treat other people. For them to come full circle and really make an effort to show this one person they care about more than anything that they are there for her and they will be there for her. I think it's a metaphor for the show and the cast of like, hey, even though this thing's over, like we did something together special and there's love here for everyone. And as Wayne's character said, the grass is pretty green in Letterkenny. I would love to see this story and these characters revisited, and I think the doors were left pretty well open for that to happen. So the future is unwritten, and we shall see.
So what you're telling me that in a town of 5,000, there's still quite a bit more stories to tell.
I think so. I think so a lot. Yeah.
Michelle, before we wrap up, what a message do you have for the fans who have followed really your journey now for 74 episodes, seven specials, and then countless other and adventures that we've been able to really enjoy your performance and your character in Letterkenny?
Oh, I mean, it sounds trite and like kind of cliche to say this, but without the support that we've received over the years, and such loyal, involved support at that, none of this, would have happened. None of this would have been possible. We wouldn't have been renewed. We wouldn't have gone on tour. We wouldn't have had merch. We wouldn't, you know what I mean? Like they're all just as a part of this as we are. And I guess I just want to thank them for riding with us and being so lovely. Every single person I've crossed paths with who have complimented the show, wanted to talk to me about it, have been just these lovely human beings. And yeah, it's so appreciated.
Well, we appreciate both of you. We appreciate the rest of the cast. Appreciate the entire series. Thank you so much for spending a couple minutes with me. It means a lot to me as a fan, not just as a journalist, to be able to wrap things up with you guys and to to get your thoughts. I'll never forget Jonesy and Riley trying to go viral that one season. That was quite that was quite
Um,
that was quite fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks again.